One morning, Chinedu ran into the village square. He waved his hands and shouted, "Everybody, come quickly! I have seen a giant snake as big as a house."
Long ago, in a beautiful Nigerian village called Umuoma, there lived a young man named Chinedu. He was clever and funny, but he had one big problem. Chinedu loved to tell lies. One morning, Chinedu ran into the village square. He waved his hands and shouted, "Everybody, come quickly! I have seen a giant snake as big as a house." The villagers became afraid. They quickly followed Chinedu toward the forest. Everyone wanted to see the giant snake. But when they reached the forest, there was no giant snake. There was only a quiet path and some small birds singing in the trees. Chinedu laughed loudly. "I was only joking." The villagers were not happy. They shook their heads and slowly walked back home. The next day, Chinedu had another idea. He ran into the village shouting, "I caught a fish bigger than a cow." The villagers followed him to the river. They searched everywhere, but there was no giant fish. Chinedu laughed again. "Another joke," he said. But this time, the villagers were angry. From that day, whenever Chinedu spoke, people simply said, "We do not believe you." One afternoon, Chinedu was walking home when he noticed something strange. Dark smoke was rising from a farm near the village. Chinedu became worried. He ran back toward the village and shouted, "Fire! Please come quickly!" But nobody moved. One villager said, "Chinedu, you told us about a giant snake and a giant fish. We know you are joking again." "No, this time I'm telling the truth," Chinedu cried, but nobody believed him. Then an old woman named Mama Ngozi looked carefully at Chinedu. She saw that he was truly worried. Mama Ngozi said, "I believe you." Then she followed Chinedu toward the farm. When they reached the farm, Mama Ngozi saw that Chinedu had told the truth. The farm needed help. Mama Ngozi quickly called the villagers. This time, everyone came running. Everyone worked together. They carried water and helped protect the farm. After some time, the danger was gone. The villagers were tired, but they were happy that the farm was safe. The village chief called Chinedu to the village square. Everyone gathered around to hear what he would say. The chief looked at Chinedu and said, "Your lies made people stop trusting you." Chinedu lowered his head. He finally understood that his jokes had caused a big problem. "I am sorry," Chinedu said. "From today, I will always tell the truth." The villagers did not trust him immediately. They had heard too many lies before. But Chinedu did not give up. Every day, he told the truth, even when the truth was not exciting. Slowly, the villagers began to notice something. Chinedu had changed. One morning, a little boy asked Chinedu, "Can we believe you now?" Chinedu smiled and said, "You can believe me because I will prove it with my actions." From that day, Chinedu became known for telling the truth. People trusted him again, and he became one of the most respected young men in Umuoma. And so, Chinedu learned a lesson he never forgot. A lie may make people laugh for a moment, but the truth can earn their trust for a lifetime.